But where are we going to get our local news? Who is going to provide our local news? And the affiliates, a penny for their thoughts, because they've just made a significant investment in digital TV. Their main suitor is threatening to leave them in the lurch for cable, to be carried on cable exclusively, which in and of itself is maybe an ill-judged decision on the part of an NBC or CBS. They're going to become a glorified Food Network or a History Channel. You're not going to
not only that, they will be a second class, whatever it is they become, because there are other people that have been doing this now for 10 to 20 years that have really honed their skill at being for niche.
Yeah.
There's a program on there, and as far as I can tell, the only thing they sell are all different kinds of knives.
Yes. The Knife Network.
The Knife, I guess.
I watch it religiously.
I knew you would.
Oh, I'm a big Ginsu knife fan. Yeah. And we used to talk, you'll recall maybe 7, 8 years ago, we talked about the 500 channel universe. We spoke about it like the Holy Grail. Well, I go to YouTube now, and granted there's copyright and ownership issues, they'll be ironed out in time. And I have essentially the 50 million channel universe. I can watch just about any piece of video anything that's ever been put to video is on YouTube, and without commercial interruption, I might add. So that's a whole other thing, a whole other.
Well, talk to me about that. How does the internet play into this?
Well, you've got Hula.com, which is a News Corp GE joint venture, where you can go and watch streaming video, broadband video. They have you've got the competitor to Blockbuster. Netflix, streaming video.
Right. Streaming video now, too, that's right.
Fractionally priced. I mean, fractionally priced.
Well, it was fractionally priced when it was $4.95 a month for any number of videos that you could watch, as long as you could mail them back fast enough. Right. Now you can do it instantaneously.
Well, we've been lamenting the extinction of the affiliates if they're not careful, and there are ways to reverse that extinction, but the whole subscriber model of cable and direct broadcast satellite is under siege from broadband internet video, streaming video.
Well, satellite television, from the production standpoint, is a very expensive way to distribute your product.
Yes. When
you can just log, well, I don't want to make it sound too simple. There's certainly a business case and there are costs involved, but they're fractional. If you want to do broadband over the internet and deliver a TV full motion product very well too. That's the other thing. It's not the herky-jerky 1930s cartoon. It looks fine. So I am kind of wondering, well, what next? Let's take a break here, and we're going to come back right after this message.
Hello, I'm Mary Robinson. Please join with me and Nelson Mandela and the other elders in our Every Human Has Rights campaign to celebrate the 60th anniversary of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Think of a world where everybody's afraid to speak out. Then think of a world where no one is afraid to speak up. Article 19 of the Declaration guarantees freedom of expression and access to information as human rights. Go to the website everyhumanhasrights.org and join with us in our campaign.
Let me ask you, how does this all end? I mean,
Well, I think it's not over for the affiliates if they get their act together, and some of them are doing that. I think there is a natural alliance between the affiliates and internet services. I think they could, first of all, the digital capacity the affiliates have access to can provide up to about six digital channels of programming anyways. Well, numerous studies have shown the average viewer watches, for all the hype about 500 channels on our cable, the average guy watches 4 or 5 channels, no more. We're creatures of habit. We like the History Channel. We like CNN, whatever.
This is something that Commissioner Martin advocated, was a la carte ordering, which practically sent the cable companies into hysteria. Their entire business model is just the opposite of that. If you want these 3 channels, and they're in 3 different tiers, you're going to end up with a $99 a month bill instead of a $30 a month bill.
Well, the tiers just reduce the average consumer to tears. I mean, they're just a pain in the neck.
Well,
I mean,
that's because
we know what we want, but they insist on tearing it away from us, you know.
Well, the first thing they did was they told me, if you let us charge for delivering television, you'll never see another commercial again.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
I can see how this is going to end.
Right,
but,
exactly.
but that was my question to you. Please continue. How do you see this coming up? How's this all going to end for the viewer?
There was a big galvanizing event in 2011 when the NFL renegotiates its over-the-air broadcast rights with the networks, and you're going to have this, if it doesn't come to a head earlier, you're going to have the local affiliates, the networks, and the cable providers all butting heads over that very lucrative NFL business. That really is a driver for the industry. There's another organization I'm involved in, FreeDTVPlus.com. It's a wonderful clearinghouse for information, and they have a plan geared towards the affiliates where the affiliates can reassert themselves. They've been dragged along in this whole drama. There is a critical mass of digital capacity at the affiliate level where a critical mass product can be provided to compete on equal footing with cable, direct satellite, etc.
So you're saying that the local affiliate might be able to pick up enough programming to satisfy between 3 and 6 channels and put that out over the air, carrying advertising as he always did, and that would be his business case.
Absolutely.
Also, he would be a local channel, and there would be local news and whatever.
People want their local news. It's been shown time and again. People want local news. So the affiliate is not done, but you have to wonder, what have the affiliates been thinking these last few years? And it doesn't quite make sense. They're almost staring their own extinction right dead in the eye.
Well, are they subject to the same things that we are as viewers if we don't, if we are barely aware that something is occurring? How can they be expected to understand the implications in the out years once it's already occurred?
Well, they should have been concerned, Leo. I think that in 1998, about 30% of viewers were still taking their television over the air. Prior to that, in the early 80s, mid 80s, it was 90%, 85%. They've been watching their viewership erode because most people now, 85%, 90% of all viewers receive their networking programming off cable and off satellite. Now, they still carry the affiliates, but suddenly the affiliates look redundant. Why do you need the affiliate?
Well, if I was an affiliate VHF channel station too, like 3 or 4 here in the Washington area, I would think that somebody in my organization who pays attention to business would have said, gee, you know, UHF channels went away and nobody cared and almost nobody noticed except us. Why couldn't that happen to us next? And it doesn't seem like anybody was paying attention.
It seems that way. It does seem that way. I would agree.
Well, Norm, we've had a tremendous discussion about this, but as you can tell, we've only barely dwelled into the surface of this. Sometime in the next 2 to 3 months, all of this is going to come to a head. We are definitely going to switch from from analog to digital television. For a lot of viewers, perhaps not in the major metro area like Washington, D.C., a lot of viewers are saying to themselves, I don't know, I don't care, I just want my television. I want to watch Wheel of Fortune, and that's it. I'm going to be very interested in how this all plays out over the next 60 to 90 days when the political elite is going to have to make some decisions about what does that 5 to 10% of people mean. And sometime in the next few years, I believe it's going to matter to us here at Public Access Television. Are we going to become business access television? My name is Leo Gerard. Thank you for watching The Storyboard.